Good evening and welcome to a Redstone tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you how to make this tileable pumpkin and melon farm for Minecraft 1.11 and up. Reason being is because it uses the new observer blocks, which are only available in 1.11, which I'm playing in 1.11 right now and it's working perfectly well. And this design is tileable, so you see how I have these 4 quadrants sort of split up. You can only build 1 if you want. You can build 2, you can build like what I've done here, which is sort of 4, or if you want to get really crazy, you can build it way up to get you a far more efficient pumpkin or melon farm. It works for both. And that's basically it, so let's just get on with the building. But of course, before we get started, these are the materials that you will need to build this farm. Being 2 sticky pistons, well, up to 2 sticky pistons. You can use either sticky pistons or pistons. I'll show you that later. And these ingredients are for 2 sort of 1 layer, 2 quadrants, sort of like this. Anyways, so 2 observer blocks, 4 redstone dust, 4 redstone repeaters, a stack of, just grab a handful of any building block really, 4 dirt, 2 falling blocks being like concrete powder, sand, gravel, whatever, and that, you don't need this, there's a way to get around this. Chest, 1 hopper. You'll only need, like, no matter how big you make this thing, like this big, you only need 1 chest and 1 hopper. A hoe, bone meal just cause, and whatever seeds you really need. And then before that, this is, I know a lot of people don't know yet because it's sort of a new block. It's not really in my head yet, but this is the crafting recipe for an observer block. So you're gonna need 6 cobblestone, 2 redstone dust, and some nether quartz. I'm not too familiar with that, so I just offered it to you right now. But anyways, let's get on to building the thing. So step 1 is pretty easy. All we need to do is build a sort of like channel for all the melons and pumpkins to fall down and collect into the hopper. So it should be about 8 long, which is 1 with the extra block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that'll do it. And then I'll just fill this whole thing in and then build up these walls. This is where we're gonna put our hopper right here, so we don't have to. And then you just put a hopper facing there, perfect. And then you just want to make these walls for the water to go in, and which is right here. And boom. So that is where all the melons and pumpkins will collect into this chest. So as far as redstone goes and the actual breaking of the blocks, you'll want to start off with 2 dirt here. It's a very easy design. 1 block of any kind. I'm gonna use cyan hardened clay. An observer facing this way, and a repeater coming out like that. And this is a part where you can choose either a sticky piston, a regular piston with a falling block on it like gravel, or you can use a sticky piston with any regular block. This is basically just for looks. So I'll have it like that for now. And then 4 blocks out like this with redstone dust, a repeater set to 1 tick, both of them, and then redstone dust there, and a regular piston here. And you'll see now if I take out some pumpkin or melon, like I said a million times, but it works for both. Place it there, it'll get pushed out and fall into this little line. So then to make the other side, you want to pillar it like that, 2 dirt, and then just like the last time, 2 blocks, an observer like that, redstone repeater coming out of that. And for this side, we're gonna use a regular piston and put up gravel just to show you that it works for both actually. And then redstone dust, redstone repeater at 1 tick of delay, 2 blocks like this, redstone dust right here, and a regular piston, and then we can test it out with a pumpkin here. So that is basically all you need for one tile of the of this farm, but which will give you not the best amount of pumpkin, but certainly a few. So if you want to make more tiles, you can pillar up 3 blocks like this, and then break those last 2. Come out 1 more, and then 2 hardened clay, or any block of course, an observer, repeater, whichever piston you like, sticky or not, and then just make sure you've got the corresponding block on top. And then just like before, the 4 out like this, redstone repeater, dust, and a piston. And then on the other side, once again, I'll show you one more time how to build this part. It comes out like 2, and then 2 blocks, observer, repeater, piston of either kind with the corresponding block on top, and then 4 blocks like this, repeater, redstone dust, and a piston. So I'll just test out, make sure it works properly. And you see I collected that last one. So, but anyways, that is all you need for the basic redstone part, and you can build this up as many times as you want. I clearly, just for the example, I went up way high with this. It's not quite as high as you can go. You can go up to the build limit if you want. I was just lazy, and I feel like that that made my point. So now we'll get on with actually hydrating this soil, which can be a little tricky, but if you do it right, you'll only need one water source for this. And the way I'm doing this is with only a block and a hoe. So if you come up here to the top, you'll see this is basically what your top tile is going to look like. You want to come up to there and then basically form this pattern right over your source block to this water stream. And that's basically all you need. If you place a water right here, it'll flow down perfectly. And it'll be just close enough for you to till all these end soils here, where you can plant your melon or pumpkin seed with some bone meal. And then, so the way this is going to work is that this dirt block here is going to be the only place where this pumpkin can grow. It'll grow on, and then it'll detect the update, and then the piston will push it off, and it'll collect in the in this chest right here. Now, bear in mind, this design isn't 100% lossless. Every now and then you'll have a weird little pumpkin that'll like bug out, but usually the way it works with entities is that they'll like all join up, and a lot of the times they'll fall down and collect anyways. I don't know if that made sense, but it's just how it works. So you'll see like all these dirts here have hydrated, and that is all you need to build this 1.11 fully automatic pumpkin and melon farm.